This is A-Game, fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
It was good, YouTube. Your man running back with another one. It's 5-Minute Firewatch report, and a lot more clear, a lot more sober of mind. Hope everybody have a safe holiday and a solid weekend. And I want to send a much love to the A-Game Nation, all subscribers, both new and old. Salute to you guys. You already know, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for future videos. And with all that being said, here's a question that came to me this morning, really. And this is something we got to ask ourselves, especially us veterans. Does Jody actually have your number? Now, for those civilians who've heard about Jody and heard stories about him, he's a ravenous motherfucker. I'm going to let you know right now. And it ties into the F-19. Shout out to the Crimson Cure for creating that. The F-19 is a spirit, just like Pookie and Ray Ray. And Jody is actually an individual who's usually a civilian initially, who is out there trying to play with your girl while you're out there doing field maneuvers, or especially you're out on float. But here's the thing. Jody can be anyone and everyone. We have seen Dear John letters or videos where you had your girl basically send you a letter saying that she can't do this no more. She's tired of being alone and whatnot. And you got soldiers who deal with separation anxiety and all kind of other things that we hear about. Some will go to the bar and cry in their beer. I've been the victim of Jody, having that phone call in Cuba and then having that long, drawn out emotional situation where you're pissed off. You can't do anything about it. You're gone. And here she is moving on to the next thing. I, among many veterans, have seen guys with Dear John videos where you think this chick is out here giving him a show because he's away, and she's out there pleasuring herself. And next thing you know, you see this strange man's hairy ass coming to the scene, and he's just pile driving your chick, and you're looking there with a gaping jaw. And sometimes you got guys who get hyper emotional about it. We get it. We got barracks rats. You got chicks out there who basically drop you off at the port, which we're getting ready to ship off overseas. And by the time, the children and them got back, she got in the car with her kids, well, his kids, and with another dude for the next 6 or however months. Someone else is guarding your post, so to speak. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is not limited to the sexual part, because again, it's human nature. Either they're gonna stick with you or they don't. There's too many guys in this space worrying about Hoonanny politics, which is part of our problem. But this goes even deeper. You gotta look at it with you dealing with this. You're talking about the 10 life values. Are you allowing Jody to steal away your wealth, take away your leisure, fuck with your profession? What have you learned from Jody? How is he affecting your mobility? What about your dwelling? How's he affecting that? Your appearance? How's he making you look? Sometimes Jody doesn't give a shit about your family. What's Jody doing to your health? But number one, what's he doing to your spiritual? See, we always think Jody's out there smashing our girl, but I think it's a little deeper than that. Jody's out for blood. Jody is out to take your life, literally. Jody is the symbol. He's the guidon. He's the spotter for the lost value system, because that's what he does. That's what he's all about. He's always been about. Jody doesn't give a shit about system, order, and structure. Jody doesn't like the fact that when you use things as far as vetting people with your time, your toll, the trouble, and the threat. See, Jody doesn't stick around or in the service when you meet your EAS, your interactive service. Jody follows you through life. Sometimes Jody could be right there sharing a beer with you. Sometimes Jody might have birthed you. But more times over, if you look in the mirror, Jody's looking right back at your ass. Sometimes you have to figure, am I the F-19 that I'm pissing and moaning about? See, he's just a spiritual manifestation of your insecurities, the things that you do not aspire to be or you're trying to get away from. And when it comes to Jody, you got to ask yourself, what are you willing to give Jody in compensation for him fucking with your life? Are you ready to kick his ass between his shoulder blades? Or are you willing to submit to him and become crushed under the lost value system? It's bigger than the chicks out here that many guys complain about. We got guys who are dealing with homelessness. All these elements we talk about as far as with the Manosphere report card. So don't just think because Jody took a chick that was looking to move away or she got lonely or whatever fucking reason she had. Jody envies you. This is why we talk about spiritual warfare in the way we do, because it's more than just access to ass. Jody wants to destroy your ass. And we have to be brutally honest about that. That's a fight that I've encountered many a nights. Hell, even last night, because due to fatigue and all these other things that go on. Thing is, we have to be on guard of ourselves and those around us who aspire to help us to be our better selves. See, that's what Jody doesn't like. He doesn't like strength in numbers, especially when they mean something to support a vision, to help rebuild things, to oppose the environment that Jody thrives in. This is why I tell you guys every time, it always takes a pussy to expose and control one. And it's not just pussy that Jody's looking to get. He's looking to find every means and way to fuck you out of your best self. And that goes with the 10 life values, period. So the thing is, I want to say it in closing. When I say never allow your comfort zone to become your coffin, do not allow yourself to be comfortable with Jody robbing you of the vitality of your life, robbing you of opportunities to be better, to put more weight into your name, to make a difference in the lives of others. In my personal opinion, Jody's no different than the Blue Falcons in the military. And that's basically an individual who's a buddy fucker, the military snitch. But see, when he got his discharge papers, he took those initiatives and those weapons out into civilian theater. This is why the transition to the civilian theater is that much more difficult, because you don't have the UCMJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, to limit Jody's movements. Out here, with you being the CEO of your life, your commanding officer, Jody's out for blood. And Jody don't give a fuck. Nor should you. So in the defense of yourself, you got to do what is right by any means to kick Jody's dick in the dirt. When you see him, which is using your foresight, your intuition, you can feel where he's coming from. You can intercept and you attack and you defeat that son of a bitch on a regular basis, because Jody is persistent. And if you allow Jody to win, it's going to be a sad day when people mourn who you were, what you were meant to be, versus celebrating the man who stood on his square and then let Jody fuck him out of another inch of ground that he's willing to fight for. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. Salute to you guys. And let me know in the comments in the comment section, or hit me up at genuinearticle75@gmail.com. Brain fart. And you guys be careful. And always, salute to my brother Walt Diddy for the intro. Mad love to you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, you keep putting the content out there, and you guys support the movement. And I hope you guys have a